Good morning students. Welcome to 10th standard science class. Okay students, let us go to the lesson. Today topic is on plant anatomy and plant physiology. Unit 12. Plants showing varying degrees of organization. Atoms are organized into molecules. Molecules into organelles. Organelles into cells. Cells into tissues and tissues into organs. The first account of internal structure of plants was published by English physician Nehemiah Grew. He is known as father of plant anatomy. Okay, what is mean plant anatomy? Ana means as, under. Temin means to cut. So anatomy is the study of internal structure of plants. Already you have studied the different kinds of tissues in 9th standard. In this lesson, you will study about the internal structure of plant tissues, process of photosynthesis and respiration. Next, tissue system. Tissue system classified into three types: dermal or epidermal tissue system, ground tissue system, vascular tissue system. Okay. Tissue system. Dermal tissue system. Components: epidermis and periderm. In old stems and roots. Function, protection, prevention of water loss. Then ground tissue system, parenchyma tissues, collenchyma tissue, sclerenchyma tissues. What are the function? Photosynthesis, food storage, regeneration, support, protection. Then next, vascular tissue system. Vascular tissue system, vascular tissues, xylem tissue, phloem tissues. Say this function: transport of water and minerals. The xylem, transport of water and minerals. Phloem, transport of food. Next topic: vascular tissue system. It consists of xylem and phloem tissues. They are present in the form of bundles called vascular bundles. Xylem conducts water and minerals to different parts of the plant. Phloem conducts food materials to different parts of the plant. There are three different types of vascular bundles, namely radial, conjoint, concentric. So first one, radial. Xylem and phloem are present in different radii, alternating with each other. Example, roots. Then conjoint bundles. Xylem and phloem lie on the same radius. There are two types of conjoint bundles. Collateral. Collateral means ஒருங்கு அமைந்தவை. Xylem lies towards the center and phloem lies towards the periphery. When cambium is present in collateral bundles, it's called open. Okay, bicollateral. In this type of bundle, the phloem is present on both outer and inner side of xylem. Okay, next one, concentric bundles. Vascular bundle in which xylem completely surround the phloem or vice versa is called concentric vascular bundle. Its two types, amphivasal, amphicerebral. Xylem surrounds phloem is called amphivasal. Phloem surrounds xylem is called amphicerebral. Next, endark. Endark means உள்நோக்கிய xylem. Inner word, xylem. Protoxylem lies towards the center and metaxylem lies towards the periphery. Exarch, the வெளிநோக்கிய xylem அல்லது outer word xylem. Protoxylem lies towards the periphery and metaxylem lies towards the center. Example, roots. These diagrams are types of vascular bundle. Next topic is internal structure of monocot root, maize root. A thin transverse section of monocot root shows the following characteristic: epiblema or rhizodermis. It is the outermost layer of the root and is made up of single layer of thin walled parenchymatous cell. Stomata and cuticle are absent. The root hair helps in absorption of water and minerals from the soil. This layer also protects the inner tissues. Next, cortex. It is multi-layered large zone composed to parenchymatous cell with intercellular spaces. It stores water and food materials. Third one, endodermis. It is the innermost layer of cortex with characteristic Casparian strips and passage cells. Casparian strips are band-like thickening made of Siberian. Okay, next, stele. All the tissues inner to endodermis constitute stele. It includes pericycle, vascular tissues and pith. Next, vascular tissues. It consists of many patches of xylem and phloem arranged radially. The xylem is egg-shaped and polyarch. The conjunctive tissues is made up of sclerenchyma. Next, pith. It is present at the center. It is made up of parenchyma cells with intercellular spaces. It contains abundant amount of starch grains it stores for. The next topic is internal structure of dicot stem. Example, sunflower. 3 structures are there: epidermis, cortex, stele. First one, epidermis. It is the outermost layer. It is made up of single layer of parenchyma cells. Its outer wall is covered with cuticle. It is protective in function. The monocot stem also same parts. A transverse section of monocot stem reveals the following structures: epidermis, hypodermis, ground tissues, vascular bundle, xylem, phloem, pith. Okay. Epidermis is the outermost layer. It is made up of single layer of parenchyma cells. Okay. It covered with thick cuticle. Next, hypodermis. It is made up of few layers of sclerenchyma cells. Next, ground tissues. The entire mass of parenchyma cells next to hypodermis. Next, cortex. It is divided into 3 regions. Hypodermis. It consists of 3 to 6 layers of collenchyma cells. It gives mechanical support. Second one, middle cortex. It is made up of few layers of collenchyma. It's involved in photosynthesis due to presence of chloroplast. Third one, inner cortex. It is made up of few layers of parenchyma cells. It helps in gases exchange and stores food materials. Next, hypodermis is the innermost layer of cortex. It consists of a single layer of barrel-shaped cells. These cells contain starch grains, so it is called starch sheath. The next, stele. The central part of the stem, inner to endodermis, is known as stele. It consists of pericycle, vascular bundle, and pith. The first one, pericycle. It occurs between vascular bundle and endodermis. It's multi-layered, parenchymatous with alternating patches of sclerenchyma. Next, vascular bundle. Vascular bundles are conjoined, collateral, endarch, and open. They are arranged in the form of a ring around the pith. Next, pith. The large central parenchymatous zone with intracellular spaces is called pith. It helps in the storage of food materials. The next topic is differentiate between dicot and monocot stem. Tissues, hypodermis. Hypodermis is made up of colon cells, but monocotstem, hypodermis is made up of sclerenchymatous cells. Next, ground tissues. In monocotstem, ground tissues is differentiated into cortex, endodermis, pericycle and pith. Here is not differentiated, but it is continuous mass of parenchyma. Next, starch sheath is present in dicotyledon. Starch sheath is absent in monocotyledon. Next, here pith is present in dicotyledon. In monocotyledon, pith is absent. Then, pericycle is present in dicotyledon. Pericycle is absent in monocotyledon. Next, medullary rays are present here. In monocotyledon, medullary rays are absent. Next, vascular bundles are open in dicotyledon. Vascular bundles are closed in monocotyledon. Vascular bundles are arranged in a ring type in dicotyledon. In monocotyledon, vascular bundles are scattered in the ground tissues. Next, bundle cap is present. In monocotyledon, bundle sheath is present. Next, protoxylem leugna is absent. Protoxylem leugna is present. Next, phloem parenchyma is present. In monocotyledon, phloem parenchyma is absent. That's next topic is structure of chloroplast. Chloroplasts are green plastid containing green pigment called chlorophyll. Chloroplasts are oval-shaped organelles having a diameter of 2 to 10 micrometer and a thickness of 1 to 2 micrometer. The parts. First one, envelope. Chloroplast envelope has outer and inner membranes which is separated by intermembrane space. Second one, stroma. Matrix present inside the membrane is called stroma. It contains DNA, 70S, ribosome and other molecules required for protein synthesis. Next, thylakoid. It consists of thylakoid membrane that enclose thylakoid lumen. Thylakoids form a stack of disc-like structure called a grana. Next, grana. Some of the thylakoids are arranged in the form of disc stacked, one above the other. So, one by one. These stacks are termed as grana. They are interconnected to each other by membrane lamellae called Fred channels. So, envelope means cover, the first part. Second one, the stroma means substance, liquid-like things. The next one, thylakoid means coin-like structure. Coin-like structure arranged one by one, like this. Next topic is internal structure of dicot or dorsiventral leaf. Example, mango leaf. Okay. The transverse section of leaf shows the following structures. First, upper dermis. The two parts are stem and root. In the plant, important parts stem and root. Okay. First, upper epidermis. This is outermost layer made up of single layered parenchyma. So, without intracellular space. The outer wall of the cells are cuticularized stomata or less in number. Next, lower epidermis. Lower epidermis. It is a single layer of parenchymatous cells with a thin cuticle. It contains numerous stomata. Chloroplasts are present only in guard cells. The lower epidermis helps in the exchange of gases. The loss of water vapor is facilitated through this chamber. Next, mesophyll. Mesophyll disease present between the upper and lower epidermis is called mesophyll. It is differentiated into palisade parenchyma and sponge parenchyma. Okay. Next, palisade parenchyma. It's found just below the upper epidermis. The cells are enlarged. These cells have more number of chloroplasts. The cells do not have intracellular spaces and they take part in photosynthesis. Next, sponge parenchyma. It is found below the placid parenchyma disease. Next, vascular bundle. The vascular bundle of midrib is larger. Vascular bundles are conjoined, collateral and closed. Each vascular bundle is surrounded by a sheath of parenchymatous cells called bundle sheath. The next, internal structure of monocot leaf. First one, epidermis. Monocot leaf has upper and lower epidermis. Epidermis is made up of parenchyma cells. Cuticle is present on the outer wall. Stomata are present on both upper and lower epidermis. Next, mesophyll. Mesophyll is the ground disease that is present between both epidermal layers. Mesophyll is not differentiated into palisade and sponge parenchyma. The cells are irregularly arranged with intercellular spaces. These cells contain chloroplast. Third one, vascular bundles. The large number of vascular bundles are present, some of which are small and some are large. Each vascular bundle is surrounded by parenchymatous bundle sheath. Vascular bundles are conjoined, collateral and closed. Xylem is present towards upper epidermis and phloem towards lower epidermis. The next, differences between of dicot and monocot leaf. Dicot leaf is dorsiventral leaf. Dorsiventral means separated by two. இருபக்க இலை சொல்லுவோம், அதாவது மேல் கீழ் வேறுபட்ட. மோனோகாட் லீஃப் மீன்ஸ் ஐசோபிளேட்டரல் லீஃப், அதாவது ஒத்த இருபக்க இலை, ஸோ நாட் டிவைட். த நெக்ஸ்ட், மெசோபில் இஸ் differentiated into palisade and sponge parenchyma, but monocot leaf is not differentiated into palisade and sponge parenchyma. That's it. Next, function of chloroplast. First one, photosynthesis. Second one, storage of starch. Third one, synthesis of fatty acid. Fourth one, storage of lipids. Fifth one, formation of chloroplast. Next, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Here, photo means light. Synthesis means to build. So, light is very must in this process. Photosynthesis is a process by which autotrophic organisms like green plants, algae and chlorophyll containing bacteria utilize the energy from sunlight to synthesize their own food. In this process, carbon dioxide combines with water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll to form carbohydrates. During this process, oxygen is released as a byproduct. Where does photosynthesis occur? Photosynthesis occurs in green parts of the plant such as leaves, stems and floral buds. Next, photosynthesis pigments. Pigments involved in photosynthesis are called photosynthetic pigments. Here, chlorophyll is the primary pigment. Next, other pigments such as chlorophyll B and carotenoids are called accessory pigments. Next, factors affecting photosynthesis. First one, internal factors. Pigments, leafage, accumulation of carbohydrates, hormones. Second one, external factors. Light, carbon dioxide, temperature, water and mineral elements. These are factors affecting photosynthesis. The next topic, mitochondria. Mitochondria are filamentous or granular cytoplasmic organelles present in cells. The mitochondria were first discovered by Kolliker in 1857 as granular structures in muscles. Mitochondria, singular means mitochondrion. So, it is called powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria vary in size from 0.5 micrometer to 2.0 micrometer. Our mitochondria contain 60 to 7% of protein, 25 to 30% of lipids, 5 to 7% of RNA, and small amount of DNA and minerals. Okay, that mitochondrial membrane. It consists of two membranes called inner and outer membrane. Each membrane is 60 to 70 angstrom thick. Outer mitochondrial membrane is smooth and freely permeable to most small molecules. It contains enzymes, proteins and lipids. It has porin molecules, the proteins, which form channels for passage for molecules through it. Next one, cristae. The inner mitochondrial membrane gives rise to finger-like projections called cristae. These cristae increase the inner surface area of the fold inner membrane of the mitochondria to hold variety of enzymes. Next one, mitochondrial matrix. It is complex mixture of proteins and organelle of cell respiration. They produce a large number of ATP molecules. Mitochondrial ribosomes, they are called as powerhouse of the tRNA and mitochondria of the DNA cell. Second one, it helps the cells to maintain normal concentration of calcium ions. Next one, it regulates the metabolic activity of the cell. Next, axisome. It is the important part of mitochondria. The inner mitochondrial membrane bear minute, regularly spaced tiny rocket-shaped particles known as axisomes, F1 particle. They involve in ATP synthesis. The next, respiration. The respiration involves exchange of gases between the organisms and the external environment. The plants obtain oxygen from their environment and release carbon dioxide and water vapor. This exchange of gases is known as external respiration. It is physical process. Biochemical process occurs within cells where the food is oxidized to obtain energy. This is known as cellular respiration. This respiration divided to respiration process divided to aerobic and aerobic. In aerobic single step, anaerobic respiration divided 3 stages. Alcoholic fermentation, glycolysis, Krebs cycles, electron transport chain. Aerobic respiration means is the type of cellular respiration in which organic food is completely oxidized with the help of oxygen into carbon dioxide, water and energy. It occurs in most plants and animals. Anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration takes place without oxygen. Glucose is converted into ethanol in plants only or lactate in some bacteria. That's all. The next topic is respiratory quotient. Respiratory quotient is the ratio of volume of carbon dioxide liberated and the volume of oxygen consumed during respiration. It is expressed as respiratory quotient RQ is equal to volume of carbon dioxide liberated by volume of oxygen consumed. This is called respiratory quotient. That's all, students. Today's topic is over. Today's homework. These are 2 mark questions. First question, what is collateral vascular bundle? Second one, where does the carbon that is used in photosynthesis come from? Third one, what is the common step in aerobic and anaerobic pathway? Fourth one, name the phenomenon by which carbohydrates are oxidized to release ethyl alcohol. Students, watch this video again and again. I have given you homework. Read and understand the questions and answers and then write the answers 3 times in your classwork note. Students, after writing, send me the answer to my WhatsApp number. Thank you, students. Wish you all success. God bless you.